Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing, continuing with mostly sunny and pleasant conditions out there this morning, with temperature just reaching 80 degrees the current time. And again, seeing those sunny skies overall, we'll continue to see nice conditions as we move through much of the work week this week. We'll see a return of some heat, humidity, and rain chances as we get towards the end of the week and more so into the weekend. Otherwise, just very low end chances of a light sprinkle, maybe even a light shower as we move through the next couple of days with some low level moisture with the onshore flow. But overall, expected mainly dry conditions, and again, a very low end chance of any of that occurring here locally. We take a look at the current surface analysis. That boundary is pushed well to our south with high pressure centered well to our north, and under the influence of that on the periphery, helping to keep things fairly stable locally, as well as bring in some onshore flow for the next couple days. That will also help to keep things fairly stable in the area, so minimizing those chances of any kind of thunderstorm activity, as well as anything really popping up in the local area. Look at our upper level winds from this morning sounding. Had some onshore flow in the lower levels here, and then becoming more northwesterly to west northwesterly at times as we get in the mid and upper levels, seeing our peak wind 28 knots. Freezing level today is at 15,000 feet. Current visible satellite shows those clear skies across the area, just a few clouds well off the coast and off to our north. Otherwise, locally here, mainly clear skies. We'll see some additional cloud cover as we get towards those peak heating hours, but for now, sunny skies all around. We'll look at the high-resolution model for what we can expect the next 2 days. Again, as mentioned, as we go into the afternoon, we'll see a cumulus field likely developing, particularly as we get towards the middle afternoon. Chance of seeing a ceiling develop at times, and as you can see, the model here is simulating some light reflectivity around areas up around Salisbury and north of Wallops. That's just a slight chance we see an isolated light shower popping up in that area. But expecting that again to stay north of Wallops, and still just a low-end chance of that actually coming to fruition as we push through the day today. Going into the evening, we'll see those clouds on the decrease before we go through the overnight, and then we'll have a chance of seeing another low-level layer of clouds trying to develop during the early morning hours of Wednesday before we get into the start of the day. And then we'll see those decreasing as we go into the middle of the day on Wednesday. As we go into Wednesday afternoon, once again, a very low-end chance of a light sprinkle as we continue to see that onshore flow, and another comfortable day for Wednesday. So very low-end chance of maybe a light sprinkle with that low-level moisture still in the area, but overall another nice day, and should remain dry and clearing conditions as we go into the overnight time frame. So very nice next 2 days ahead. As we zoom out, look at the European model here, what we can expect for the extended forecast here as we get into Thursday. Fairly similar conditions on Thursday. Another seasonable day with some fairly comfortable temperatures. Once again, very slight chance of an isolated shower popping up. Still going to see some onshore flow, and then eventually we'll see that flow turning more subtly as we move through the overnight time frame, and more southwesterly as we get into Friday. That's going to bring a return of some of those hotter temperatures, as well as some additional humidity. Seeing those temperatures rising up to or just above 90 degrees, and going to bring those heat index values into the upper 90s, and possibly seeing some triple digits. Slight chance we'll see something popping up during the afternoon on Friday, as we do have that increased heat humidity, but overall looking mainly dry through Friday, and then we'll see better chances of rain as we move into the weekend, starting on Saturday. Another hot and humid day for Saturday, and that's going to definitely set up for a better chance of seeing some afternoon pop-up showers or storms. As you can see, the model picking up on that, showing that activity popping up around the region, and then phasing out as we move through the overnight time frame, losing that daytime heating. And then Sunday looks to be more of a better chance of seeing more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity, as we'll have some upper level energy potentially moving through the area to help enhance some of that support for that shower and storm activity. As you can see here, a bit darker greens and some wider coverage here during the afternoon, and possibly lingering into the evening time frame before that energy pulls out of the area and we start to see a decrease in activity as we go into the start of Monday. At this time, Monday does look mainly dry and possibly a couple degrees cooler, but still rather hot and humid. So for our 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we have green conditions over the next 24 hours, expecting, again, mainly dry conditions, just a very slight chance of a shower in the vicinity to the north or maybe a light sprinkle locally, but again, not really expecting that to occur, just possibly seeing a ceiling developing around 4,000 feet. We'll see our high temperature peak around 84 degrees this afternoon and keeping a slight onshore breeze out of the east, peaking around 7 to 12 knots, and we'll see that relaxing as we go into the evening time frame, but staying around 3 to 8 knots through the overnight time. We'll see a brief period of some mostly clear skies, and then expecting ceiling possibly around 1,500 to 2,000 feet as we move through the early morning hours of Wednesday, and we'll see our low temperature down to around 70 degrees. So overall, seasonable as we move through the next 24 hours. Tides running slightly above normal. Extended forecast here, as mentioned, Wednesday and Thursday, pretty much similar days with a mix of cloud cover for both of those days. We'll keep those temperatures seasonable in the low to mid 80s, looking fairly comfortable with those low temperatures in the low 70s and very low end chances of any kind of precip, nothing very impactful if it does occur. Going into Friday, again, a slight chance of something popping up during the afternoon as we increase the heat humidity, but right now looking fairly stable. We'll see those heat index values getting close to 100 for our Friday. So back to muggy conditions, and then keeping those hot and humid conditions through the rest of the extended forecast here, so we'll keep those temperatures in the low 90s, dropping down to the upper 80s as we get into Monday. Better chance of showers and storms during the afternoon on Saturday, 30% chance the way things are looking at this time, and increasing chances we go into Sunday with that upper level energy, looking to be about 50% chance at this time. And right now, as mentioned, Monday looking drier, but still on the hot and humid side. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. Daily Weather Briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.